Hello! I'd like to talk today about Ghosts by Dolly Alderton. I just love Dolly Alderton. I was first introduced to her on the podcast Sentimental in the City, in which she and her friend Carolyn O'Donoghue went through each season and all the movies of Sex and the City and dissected all the characters, all the things that went on, even what the fashion meant for them. It was fascinating, and I love those ladies. So when I saw Ghosts on the shelf at the library, it was an instant checkout for me. It follows a woman named Nina Dean. She's 32 and not quite lucky in love. So she reaches out on one of the dating apps, finds a guy, and they fall madly in love, and then he ghosts her. He just completely takes off without saying anything. But the story is a little bit more than that. It talks through her friendship with Lola. It talks through the things going on with her father as he sinks more and more into dementia. It talks through her relationship with Catherine, the woman who has just had a baby and seems to be completely consumed and condescending towards everyone in a different situation than her own, as if theirs is not as valid as hers. Here's what really gets me is I've talked before about the marketing of books and how sometimes it's not quite accurate. I think I kind of felt that here, because here's how it's described. A smart, sexy, laugh out loud romantic comedy about ex-boyfriends, imperfect parents, friends with kids, and a man who disappears the moment he says, "I love you." Okay, well, maybe it is about that a little bit, but not quite. It's not really sexy. I wouldn't call it like a romance novel, nor would I call it a romantic comedy. That's not really what the story is about. I feel like that's just one section of her life, and it's not the main event. It's not everything in her life. In fact, if anything, I would call it an enduring story of friendship between Nina and Lola. And boy, who wouldn't want to have friends like those two? They're perfect. They're so wonderful. They're a hoot to watch together, and the conversations that they have, the way they hold each other up, the way they laugh together, the way they cover for each other. It's just wonderful. So for that, I would say Ghosts is not necessarily a book about romantic relationships. It's more a book about just relationships in general, with men, with women, with family. And it's a story of hope, because even though things keep kind of stomping Nina and Lola down, they still have that hope that love exists out there. Really good book. I highly recommend it. Go check it out, buy it, listen to it, whatever. Thanks.